Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is brought to you by our friends at Freedom Bail Bonds of Fairfax, Virginia. Everybody loves freedom. Also by Mahana Fresh, positively fresh and positively delicious. And now, making his way to the cage and fighting out of the red corner, it's Jaquan Butler.
Jaquan Butler, 6 foot. He's 143 pounds. This is the featherweight division here, CD. 27 years of age, out of Jiu-Jitsu Academy in Southern Maryland. Forestville, Maryland, that's where he's from. With an 0-1 record here from CageZilla. Coming out of the fight here, about 30-month layoff. So this is going to be a little bit new. It's almost like starting all over again.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, I think it is. The one thing we talked about up in the booth in the pre-fight show was that It's clear he's been continuing to train. He's been in the gym. He's competing in other areas of the sport. I think that's indicative that he might have a little bit less rust than we would otherwise normally expect after that 30-month layoff. And I would say the same about his his opponent. Now, with that said, 30 months is a long time, and to your point, it very well might be like doing it for the first time. There is nothing quite like the first time you walk into the cage and just dealing with all of that. Like, having gone through it, it's honestly, I'll tell you, it's nothing you seem to ever forget.
Right.
The benefit of that is every fight after that, no matter the distance or any competition after that, or I would even go so far as to say, any even public speaking after that, you just have a lot less fear.
Sure.
Because you've already been through what, in my opinion, was one of the most anxiety-inducing things you could do.
Sure. Suffered a decision loss here to Jaden Hall in CageZilla 59 bout, but Butler from that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu be looking to get this on the ground here. Let's go down to Chris, get the next fighter. Chris.
And his opponent, making his way to the cage and fighting out of the blue corner, it's Keyon Lomax.
Lomax is 5'8", 146 pounds, 22 years of age, fighting out of Ground Control Academy out of Baltimore, Maryland. His record is also 0-1 here, CD, and we saw that happen here live in front of us.
Yeah, one of the things we didn't get to talk about is Ground Control MMA is such a good gym. They're just outside of Baltimore. I think they have a few different locations. They always know how to just build up and bring out tremendous talent. And Keyon actually fought and competed on the same card that Jaquan did back in December of 2019. So I think that there's going to be a very high likelihood that both guys are going to be maybe a little bit tentative at first, but their skill sets have clearly improved. They're both in shape. They've both been competing in other areas. And at the least, I know of Ground Control, and I can't say the same about Jiu-Jitsu Academy, although it seems that they are very squared away as well. He's training with guys who are fighting constantly. So
but Keyon has fought, right? It's not like just because he hasn't fought here, he's fought. He's had some kickboxing bouts, and he's also had some grappling events.
Exactly. And
he's stayed in shape, and he's also seen some other opponents and some different types of combat skills.
Yeah, I think they both have, in my opinion, right? They both competed in a few different things. So while it's not MMA, they've clearly taken the time to continue to develop their skill sets.
Sure. With Keyon with 21 wins here in some of these grappling events, 10 by submission. So you look for both of these guys. They want to take it to the ground, but both of these guys are really proficient on the ground.
And sometimes that means we're going to get a stand-up war.
Right. And you know what? That's what we like to see. Everybody thinks that, you come in and you try to reverse it a little bit, maybe try to pull the old okey doke, and people start throwing blows here. All right, let's throw it down to Fuller. Let's get some introductions. Chris.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the CageZilla featherweight division. It is brought to you by our friends at Freedom Bail Bonds of Fairfax, Virginia. Everybody loves freedom. And Mahana Fresh, positively delicious. Starting out, fighting out of the red corner. Standing 6 foot tall and weighing in at 145 pounds, fighting out of the Jiu-Jitsu Academy of Southern Maryland, it's Jaquan Butler.
Butler, 6 foot, 143, 27 years of age, out of Forestville, Maryland.
And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'8" and weighing in at 145 pounds, fighting out of Ground Control Academy, it's Keyon Lomax.
Lomax, 5'8", 146, 22 years of age, out of Ground Control.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the CageZilla featherweight division, and your referee is Adam Sawyer.
Well, there you heard Chris say it. Adam Sawyer will be the referee for this event. Bout number 2 here at CageZilla 67. This is scheduled for three-minute rounds. Doesn't sound like a long time, but get out here and go to battle for 9 minutes and see how you feel about it.
Yeah, especially with the intensity of two well-skilled opponents here.
Yeah, featherweights, very tall guys here, 6 foot. coming at you. And it's funny, they both say they're 6 foot, but they don't both look 6 foot.
Well, ooh, good counter.
Good left hand.
Really good boxing here from Keyon. He had a nice cross hook, and then as he got Jaquan to step forward again, he had a nice hook cross just to switch it up on him as he circled out.
Keyon Lomax will be in the multicolored trunks. He has black gloves with the blue tape. Butler, he'll have some gray trunks on. He'll have the black gloves with the red tape. They stand toe-to-toe on the CageZilla logo.
One thing that I like that I'm seeing from Lomax is when Butler tries to close the distance with a kick, utilize his height and reach advantage, immediately Keyon just kind of checks it and throws back that 2-3-piece combination, which really is earning him a lot of respect in the pocket. Right there, you see it again.
Good lefts and rights. Wow, a couple of good lefts and rights. I think they landed.
Really good footwork here out of Keyon. You saw immediately after he threw that combination, he circled to the outside and retook the center of the cage.
Both guys trying to measure each other out. Butler with a little inside leg kick.
And, you know, if you're Butler, you got to be a little bit cognizant that every time you throw a kick, there is some sort of counter coming at you. Oh, a big head kick there. That hurt him.
Wow! Just putting it on him here. Lomax is on top with a great right kick. Put Butler on the ground. Now it looks like he may have it in there.
He got both hooks in. He's going for that choke.
Let's see, that chin is tucked down in there pretty tight.
You're absolutely right. The chin is tucked, but that's a lot of pressure.
Just forcing the chin down into your Adam's apple. Keyon Lomax in total control of this.
And he's got to be a little bit careful of that neck crank because that could get real painful real quick. And he fought through the hands. That was very impressive.
Look at that. Look at Jaquan Butler fight his way out of that after a huge kick.
Good pressure here. Good back control from Lomax. He's got one hook out. He's got to get it back in. And he does, and now he rolls him over. And he's going to immediately start going for that rear naked choke again, but I'm seeing good defense here from Butler.
Great defense by Jaquan Butler as he got in there. What a great up kick and just rounded and just caught just caught Butler right on the left side of the face.
Good pressure there. Now he's got the body lock, and Keyon's just trying to drive through. He's got palm-to-palm grip, and that's it. He put him out.
Wow, with about 30 seconds left to go in round number one, Keyon Lomax with a big win tonight.
Really, really great work there from Keyon. He did a great job with the counter boxing, and I believe Jaquan actually tapped. He tapped with that right hand that I didn't see. He didn't go out, but a great stoppage as always there from ref Adam Sawyer. That was a great fight. Lomax did such a good job countering and coming in with those combinations and put him in a position for success. And then immediately he switches it up and he throws the head kick when he starts to get Butler anticipating.
And here's a submission right here, as you see. Right there's the tap. As we saw it, we couldn't see it from our booth, but as we didn't see how deep it was in there, but it was definitely in there deep enough to be able to take that submission and just get the tap out.
And Lomax just drove that arm all the way forward, got that palm-to-palm grip, and just turned it and squeezed. And it was a really, really nice submission, which just was the cherry on top after such good striking there from Keyon Lomax.
But listen, Lomax shouldn't hang his head. I thought he stayed in there pretty well. He took a couple of big blows, but was really in there hand-checking and fighting pretty well. And he just got caught in a bad spot.
Yeah, look, I thought both guys were improved, and Butler did great. He really did great. It's just Lomax was just a step ahead of him in this fight.
All right, let's throw it down to Chris Fuller, get some results. Chris?
Salisbury Center, referee Adam Sawyer has called a stop to the action 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the very first round. For your winner by rear naked choke, out of the blue corner, it's Keyon Lomax.
Well, there you have it. Keyon Lomax comes away with a big win tonight, brings his record to 1-1 here fighting for CageZilla. Of course, he has all his grappling skills and all his kickboxing wins, so he'll take that, he'll put that trophy up on the shelf, and we'll see him hopefully coming up here in the near future. All right.